Jim with Freedom Diggers Metal Detecting. Hope everyone enjoyed their holiday and maybe you even have the day off today as well. That's great. That's my situation. Let's get into it here. So, if you get on a site and you're trying to figure out, like, are you in a spot where you have a potential to find something older that you might be looking for? Kind of like me yesterday, I was looking for the site of an old park, but I wasn't sure if I was on the right spot or not. Old maps and historic areas can sometimes be a little bit tough to match up with what you're actually standing on. So what you want to do is you want to get on that spot and start looking for evidence that, yes, you're on a site where there was activity in the early 1900s, 1920s, 30s, whatever era your suspected activity is. Now, how do you do that? Well, everyone's thinking, well, you're going to go there, start metal detecting, and see what you dig up, right? But if you're the kind of person that discriminates out a lot of stuff, which I do myself, quite often I hunt with a lot of zones notched out on my machine simply because time is limited and I have a really good feel for what my machine's telling me. Yeah, I'm going to miss some jewelry, gold, stuff like that, but I'm primarily a coin shooter. So anyways, you want to figure out what's there, but you're going to have to dig a little bit of trash to do that. You want to read those signals that are in zones that maybe you normally aren't interested in. It's important to keep in mind that different soil conditions can often make things show up in different spots on your metal detector's VDI scale, and sometimes even how they sound. For instance, yesterday I got out looking for a 1920s era park back in the woods along a river, having a hard time finding it, so I went all metal and I started digging some of those weird signals. So here's one I dug. It's an aluminum screw cap for a liquor bottle. Based on the construction of this and what's on there, it's a picture of a factory, probably a distillery. This is probably 1930s, 40s stuff. So I'm thinking, all right, well, I'm in the zone, right? But this rang up. Usually these they'll sound a lot like a coin, and they might even come up in coin range. But nope, this was just above nickels. And a little bit far above nickels on my Equinox 900, that's totally foil and pull tab range. This is a bigger chunk of aluminum than a pull tab, so normally this would hit pretty close to coin range, but it didn't. Why didn't it? Because the soil was really airy and light and full of those little itty bitty tree roots that run through. It was almost like cutting through carpet, getting to that target. So it kind of changed the shadow that it gave off in the soil, the metallic object. They call that a halo. Got another one, another screw cap, similar kind of result. Normally I wouldn't dig that, but it's helping me date the site, and that's what you want to do. Once you start digging enough items in the same zone that are trash, what I'll often do is I'll go in and I'll notch out just that zone, and I'll keep swinging. Pretty much what you're doing is you're customizing your discrimination pattern according to the junk that is on the site that you happen to be hunting. And if you're going to discriminate at all, that's a really good way to do it, because you're kind of tuning it to the specific spot that you're on. So I also got a little bit of a collection of course, the evil ones, the pull tabs. This one happens to be right around when they first started using pull tabs. And then I got this little round guy here, you know. Yep. I already got one of these. In fact, I think I got just about one of each kind of these. Yes, I did it. I made a display of just about every pull tab that you could possibly dig. That was early in my digging career. But if you're ignoring a lot of the trash, or you want to ignore a lot of the trash when you get on a specific site, first find out where that trash is showing up, because it can vary. Discrimination can be a fluid thing if you're going to use it. On one spot with one type of soil, even the compaction difference of it, a bad target can fall in a good zone on your machine. So you want to get a feel for how they're hitting before you start ignoring them. And that is going to help you tune in to where you're at and what you might find there, and hopefully actually find what you're looking for there. So I hope this video has helped you out and gets you on the goods. And in the meantime, if you're preparing for winter, well, it's coming, it's coming. We got a little bit of a dusting here, but nothing major. The northern half of Michigan here is buried. So I feel sorry for all the people in the Upper Peninsula. Their season is flat over with. I'm going to try and sneak in a few more hunts, and I will do my best to keep the videos coming. Kind of running out of ideas for content. I know I keep saying that, and then I come up with something new. But we're definitely going to keep it no frills, low tech, no fancy stuff, just raw information, because that's what I'm all about here. So I hope you guys enjoy the upcoming holidays, and we'll see you again soon on Freedom Diggers Metal Detecting. Have a good one.